Floyd Mayweather is the most arrogant champion in boxing history. He never admits anyone gave him trouble. He calls himself the best ever. He retired 50-0. But there's a secret most people don't know. Floyd Mayweather actually admitted that 3 fighters almost beat him. 3 opponents who made him fight dirty. 3 men who earned his respect. And one of them, Floyd said, actually did beat him. Floyd Mayweather is the most arrogant boxer who ever lived. He calls himself TBE. In the best ever. He calls himself money. He flashes $100 bills on Instagram. He buys Bugattis and Ferraris like normal people buy groceries. And he backs it up. 50 professional fights. 50 wins, 0 losses. 15 major world titles across 5 weight divisions. Floyd Mayweather retired undefeated in 2017. Then he came back in 2017 to fight Conor McGregor and made over $300 million in one night. He's made over $1 billion in his career, in the first boxer ever to do it. But here's the thing about Floyd Mayweather. He never gives his opponents credit. Ever. After every fight, Floyd says the same thing. I was never in trouble. I controlled the whole fight. Easy work. It doesn't matter if the fight was close. It doesn't matter if he got hit hard. Floyd never admits anyone gave him problems. Except 3 times. In rare interviews over the years, Floyd Mayweather named 3 fighters who were different. Just the 3 men who pushed him harder than anyone else. 3 fighters he actually respected. And that's saying something. Fighter number 1, José Luis Castillo. The first fighter Floyd Mayweather respected was José Luis Castillo. And this one is shocking, because Floyd Mayweather doesn't admit losses. But years after their fight, Floyd said something he's never said about anyone else. Castillo beat me. Let that sink in. Floyd Mayweather, 50-0, undefeated, admitted that José Luis Castillo beat him. The fight happened on April 20th, 2002. Las Vegas. Floyd was 25 years old, undefeated, the lightweight champion. Castillo was a Mexican warrior. Tough, relentless, a pressure fighter who never stopped coming forward. For 12 rounds, Castillo walked Floyd down. He threw punches in bunches. He made Floyd work harder than he'd ever worked before. Floyd fought back. He landed clean shots. He used his speed, but Castillo kept coming. When the final bell rang, most people at ringside thought Castillo won. The judges disagreed. 2 judges scored it 115-111 for Mayweather. 1 judge had it 115-111 for Castillo. Floyd won by split decision, but everyone who watched the fight knew the truth. Castillo had done enough to win. Even Floyd knew it. Years later, in a 2009 interview, Floyd admitted, I didn't beat Castillo the first time. He beat me, but I beat him in the rematch. That's respect. Floyd Mayweather doesn't admit defeats. But he admitted Castillo beat him. The rematch happened 6 months later. December 2002. Floyd won clearly. No controversy. He outboxed Castillo over 12 rounds and proved he was better. But the first fight haunted Floyd. Because José Luis Castillo exposed something Floyd hated admitting. He wasn't invincible. Castillo showed the world that if you pressure Floyd, if you make him uncomfortable, if you refuse to respect his speed, you can beat him. Floyd never forgot that lesson. And he never forgot José Luis Castillo. That's why Castillo is the first fighter on Floyd's list. Not because Castillo was the most skilled, not because he was the most famous, but because Castillo was the only man Floyd ever admitted beat him. In Floyd's mind, that's the ultimate respect. You forced him to tell the truth. And the truth is, on April 20th, 2002, José Luis Castillo defeated Floyd Mayweather. The judges just didn't see it, but Floyd did. Fighter number 2, Oscar de la Hoya. The second fighter Floyd Mayweather respected was Oscar de la Hoya. And this makes perfect sense, because Oscar de la Hoya wasn't just another opponent. He was the golden boy, the biggest star in boxing, the fighter who made Floyd Mayweather rich. Before Oscar, Floyd was a great fighter, but he wasn't a superstar. He made good money, a few million per fight, but nothing compared to what the heavyweights were making. Then in 2007, Oscar de la Hoya gave Floyd the opportunity of a lifetime. May 5, 2007, MGM Grand Garden Arena, Las Vegas. Floyd Mayweather vs. Oscar de la Hoya. The fight generated 2.48 million pay-per-view buys. At the time, it was the biggest pay-per-view in boxing history. Floyd made $25 million guaranteed, plus pay-per-view percentage. His total earnings, over $50 million. One fight, $50 million. Oscar made even more, over $60 million. But money wasn't the only thing at stake. Oscar was the face of boxing, the crossover star, the fighter who brought mainstream attention to the sport, and Floyd wanted to take that from him. For 12 rounds, they went to war. Oscar started strong. He boxed, he moved, he landed the jab. For the first 6 rounds, Oscar was winning. Then Floyd adjusted. Rounds 7 through 12 belonged to Floyd. He started landing the right hand. He broke Oscar down. He made Oscar miss. When the final bell rang, it was close. The judges scored it 116 to 112, 115 to 113, and 115 to 113, all for Floyd Mayweather. Split decision victory. But Oscar and his fans believed he won. They thought the judges robbed him. The controversy didn't matter to Floyd. He'd beaten the biggest star in boxing. He'd taken Oscar's spotlight, and he'd made $50 million doing it. But years later, Floyd admitted something interesting. In a 2015 interview, Floyd said, "Oscar de la Hoya was my toughest fight, not because he was the best fighter I faced, but because of everything that came with it. The pressure, the expectations, the magnitude of the event. That's respect." Floyd respected Oscar not just as a fighter, but as a star, as the man who made Floyd into a pay-per-view king. Before Oscar, Floyd was just Pretty Boy Floyd, a defensive wizard, boring to casual fans. After Oscar, Floyd became Money Mayweather, and the villain everyone wanted to see lose, the fighter who sold millions of pay-per-views because people paid to watch him fight. Oscar taught Floyd a valuable lesson. It's not about being liked. It's about being watched. And from 2007 onward, Floyd Mayweather became the most watched fighter in the world. He fought Ricky Hatton. He fought Juan Manuel Marquez. He fought Shane Mosley. He fought Miguel Cotto. He fought Canelo Alvarez. And finally, he fought Manny Pacquiao in 2015. Won the biggest fight in boxing history. 4.6 million pay-per-view buys. Floyd made over $300 million from that one fight. None of it would have happened without Oscar de la Hoya. Oscar gave Floyd the platform, the audience, the blueprint for becoming a superstar. That's why Oscar is the second fighter on Floyd's list. Not because the fight was the hardest, not because Oscar came closest to beating him, but because Oscar changed Floyd's life. Oscar made Floyd rich. Oscar made Floyd famous. Oscar made Floyd into Money Mayweather. And Floyd never forgot that. In 2018, Floyd said in an interview, "I have nothing but respect for Oscar. He paved the way for fighters like me to make real money." That's the truth. Floyd Mayweather owes a lot to Oscar de la Hoya, and respect is how Floyd pays that debt. Fighter number 3, Marcos Maidana. The third fighter Floyd Mayweather respected was Marcos Maidana, and this one surprised everyone. And because Marcos Maidana wasn't supposed to give Floyd problems. Maidana was a brawler, a come-forward fighter from Argentina. Tough, strong, but not skilled, not fast, not technical. Floyd was supposed to embarrass him. It didn't work out that way. May 3rd, 2014, MGM Grand Garden Arena, Las Vegas. Floyd Mayweather versus Marcos Maidana. From the opening bell, Maidana brought the fight to Floyd. He didn't respect Floyd's speed. He didn't respect Floyd's defense. He just walked forward and threw punches. Hard punches. Maidana hit Floyd more than anyone had in years. He roughed Floyd up on the inside. He grabbed. He pushed. He headbutted. He did everything he could to make Floyd uncomfortable. And it worked. For 12 rounds, Floyd struggled. He couldn't establish his rhythm. He couldn't make Maidana respect him. Floyd won the decision. Majority decision. 117 to 111, 116 to 112, and 114 to 114. But it was ugly. Controversial. A lot of people thought Maidana won. But Floyd knew he got away with one. So he did something he rarely does. He gave Maidana a rematch. September 13th, 2014. Same venue. 6 months later, the rematch was clearer. Floyd won every round. Unanimous decision. 116 to 112 on all 3 scorecards. But the first fight stayed with Floyd, because Marcos Maidana showed Floyd something important. Toughness matters, skill matters, speed matters, defense matters. But if you're tough enough, if you're willing to take punishment and keep coming forward, then you can make Floyd Mayweather uncomfortable. Maidana didn't care about Floyd's record. He didn't care about Floyd's reputation. He just came to fight, and Floyd respected that. In a 2015 interview, Floyd said, "Maidana was strong, real strong. He made me work. He made me fight. That's what I respected about him." That's high praise coming from Floyd Mayweather. Floyd doesn't compliment opponents. Ever. But he complimented Maidana. Because Maidana earned it. He didn't try to outbox Floyd. He didn't try to be faster than Floyd. He just imposed his will. He made Floyd fight his fight. And for 12 rounds in their first fight, it almost worked. Maidana is the 3rd fighter on Floyd's list because he represents everything Floyd usually avoids. Chaos, roughness, a street fight. Floyd likes control. He likes precision. He likes to dictate the pace and rhythm of the fight. Maidana took all of that away. He grabbed Floyd's head. He pushed him into the ropes. He threw wild punches. He made Floyd fight dirty, and Floyd hated it, but he respected it, because at the end of the day, Marcos Maidana was a warrior, a fighter who gave everything he had, a man who refused to quit even when he was losing. That's what Floyd Mayweather respects. Not talent, not speed, not even skill. Heart, the willingness to fight when the odds are against you. The courage to walk into the ring against the best fighter in the world and refuse to back down. Maidana had that, and Floyd never forgot it. Years later, Floyd said, "Maidana was tough. He came to win. I respect that." That's the ultimate compliment from Floyd Mayweather. Because Floyd doesn't respect many people, but he respected Marcos Maidana. Floyd Mayweather retired with a perfect record. 50 wins, 0 losses. He beat everyone. Oscar de la Hoya, Ricky Hatton, Juan Manuel Marquez, Shane Mosley, Miguel Cotto, Canelo Alvarez, Manny Pacquiao. Legends, champions, Hall of Famers. Floyd beat them all. But when Floyd talks about respect, he doesn't talk about Pacquiao. He doesn't talk about Canelo. He doesn't talk about Mosley or Cotto. He talks about José Luis Castillo, Oscar de la Hoya, Marcos Maidana. Why? Because those 3 fighters taught Floyd something valuable. Castillo taught him humility, that even the best can lose if they're not careful. Oscar taught him business, that it's not about being the best fighter, it's about being the biggest star. Maidana taught him toughness, and that heart and courage can make up for a lack of skill. Those 3 fighters shaped Floyd Mayweather's career. Not because they beat him, not because they were the most talented, but because they challenged him in ways nobody else did. They forced Floyd to be better, smarter, tougher, and for that, Floyd Mayweather gave them something he gives almost nobody. Respect. Real respect. The kind you earn in the ring.